Hi, everyone. I'm Diana Graber, the founder of Civics, and I'm about to show you a short demo of level 2 of our 3-year digital literacy program. Level 1 was all about digital citizenship, and level 2 is about information literacy. Just as a little background, when we created Civics, we were excited to give kids a great foundation in digital citizenship. But we know that's not enough. Kids really need to learn information literacy too, so they can use it as an incredible resource tool that it is. If you don't know, information literacy is how to find, retrieve, analyze, and use online information. So what you're looking at here now is the landing page of this course. When a school or even a homeschool family subscribes to Civics, you get this proprietary link. You click on the link, and you can open your own personal account and get access to all the materials, which you see here. I'm going to walk you through this. As you go through the curriculum, you're going to see check marks. These will not be here when you start. As you move through, they will fill in on your own so that when you log back into your personal account, you will know where you left off. So it's really intuitive and easy to use. The first thing you're going to see is our essential getting started guide. It basically walks you through the program, which is what I'm doing right now. But if you prefer to read this information, it's right here. You can open it full screen or toggle back and download the PDF. The next thing you're going to see is a teaching at home guide. This guide is for our homeschoolers. We have a lot of homeschool families that use Civics, and this teaches you how to deliver the lessons to a small group of 1 or 2 children. Next is our explainer. This is for teachers to send home with parents and guardians that tells them what Civics Level 2 is all about. That's followed by the syllabus and then some research material about information literacy. This is followed by our student pre and post assessments. You can administer these tests to your students to find out how much they learn after this level of Civics. And then starting it off, we have an optional prep lesson. If you watched the demo for level 1, you saw that those lessons can be delivered with kids not using technology at all. That's also the case for level 2. However, there are some lessons that work really great if kids are using devices. If that's the case, we really recommend that you do this very first optional prep lesson, the safe and responsible use of technology. The reason for that is it's a little agreement here you'll see on the final page that kind of walks them through, what an important responsibility it is to use technology and what happens if, certain guidelines aren't followed. So you do an agreement with the students, you all sign it, and you're on the same page as far as the safe and responsible use of tools. All right, so I'm going to show you how the lessons break down in Civics. They're all delivered to you in units. Every unit is on a different topic. The very first unit, which I love starting the year this way, it's about learning balance, and it's really about how much time students spend using technology. So every unit starts with a short teacher guide, just 1 page long to tell you about the topic. It's followed by the home activities. This is your send home parent letter that have activities that families can do at home that really, underscore the lessons you teach in the classroom. What you can do here is just type in the date you teach the lesson in the classroom. It has the activity that they do at home. What else I love about it, it also has our videos, links in here so that families can watch the videos together. So really, they can talk about the things that kids have learned in school. So the very first 2 lessons are about time. I'm going to move on to Unit 2 because it's also a great way to start the year when you're going to be talking about kids using technology as an information tool. You want them to use it safely and not fall into any traps, and there are a lot of them online, so that's what this is about. So I'm going to show you this unit again. Starts with the teacher guide, the home activities, and then I'm going to show you how a lesson is set up on the portal. This is lesson number 3. It's called Online Safety 101. What you see on the page here is your PDF. This is basically your guide to teaching the lesson. Just like level 1, you'll see that it starts with a little paragraph. It's got all your key standards, your alignments up there, so you can see how your lessons align with your standards, your learning objectives. And then basically it's a script for delivering the lesson in the classroom. A little introduction there. It's really, you kind of start out by reviewing the previous lesson, and then it walks you through the steps of this lesson. And at the end, it also tells you how to set up the student activity, which is at the very end here. All right, so that's very easy to follow, but really what I love the best is that we make slides for every single lesson. These basically allow the lesson to teach itself, very easy to follow. So if you were in the classroom, you could just show the slideshow here, and I'm going to show it for you real quickly. Online Safety 101. Most of our lessons in cyber civics start with a class discussion. In this case, they do a little review. This is their homework assignment from the previous lesson. They took a screen-free vacation. So we talk about that. And then this is really the essential question for this lesson. When you go online, who do you think is responsible for making sure that the internet is a safe and secure place? And the answer is we all are. It's important to be able to identify online interactions that may be unsafe or even dangerous. So I'm going to play you the video, just a few moments of it, this lesson.
When you're online, how often do you think about your safety? Usually, when we open our phones or computers to pass the time, to watch videos or message our friends, we are too distracted by the fun we're having to stop and think about the potential risks that come with being online. But it's important to keep a few rules in the back.
So there you go. It talks about the few rules that you keep in the back of your head. It's easy for anyone or even any entity to hide when they really are online. Some simple safety rules can keep you safe. All right, so there's the safety rules. We go through those. There's another video, and then there's a little activity at the end. There's your cue. Whenever you see this, you know the activity is coming up. And in this case, we give the teacher some questions to ask the students, and then the student's job is to listen to the stories your teacher is about to read and use the 3W questions to figure out what to do. So very simple to follow. And it really sets them up for these lessons to come when we start diving in, searching the web. I want to say a few things about this unit. One thing about cyber civics is we do a complete overhaul of the curriculum every year. And I think this may be the unit that takes the most time. Search constantly changes, and it's really important because it's how we get to information. So these lessons are very, very up to date. Here's your teacher guide. Again, the home activities, the little letter you can send home to families with the video links. We start out by looking at the elements of a web search, how does search work, constructing a search query, anatomy of a results page. I'm just going to show you really quick because this is one that just changes like you would not believe. Especially now, students are starting to get AI results in their search results. So we actually take them through, like, here's all the different things you're going to find. A lot of the stuff is helpful, but some is not, like ads, for example, organic search results, featured snippets. Where does that come from? What does it mean? What is this? People also ask. The knowledge panel, and this is interesting. So AI overviews is something new that we're starting to get now with our search results. It's powered by an AI tool called Gemini. They're conversational answers to search queries, and they often appear at the very top of your search results. It's still experimental, and that's important for students to know. Think twice and double check AI overview before using or believing the information it gives you. So here's an example. Someone asked AI overview, cheese won't stick to pizza. Here are some tips to prevent cheese from sliding off your pizza. Mix about 1/8 cup of non-toxic glue, like Elmer School's glue, into the sauce to add tackiness. So that's a real thing. So it's good for students to be aware of this new tool and not to believe everything you see online. All right, so the lessons that fill out this unit is also about what about Wikipedia? That's important to know why Wikipedia results often still appear at the top of your search results. How does that happen? What does it mean? How to use them? And then finally, why can't I cut and paste, which is really a lesson about plagiarism. All right, so here's a brand new unit we just added this year. I'm pretty excited about it. Now that students know the mechanics of search, we want them to understand how AI, or artificial intelligence, is affecting search. So here's your teacher's guide. It's got a little information and also resources if you want to learn more. Your send home activities, which I think for this one is really key because a lot of parents don't know a lot about AI yet. None of us do really. We're learning together, right? In order to understand AI, you really have to know what an algorithm is. And this is where we introduce it. And I love the activity that happens with us. I'm going to quickly open the Google Slides to show you. Um, an algorithm, it's very simple. It's a list of instructions. So we want kids to understand that by starting with the activity in this lesson. What they do is they make a paper airplane, but as they do this, they write their instructions on a second piece of paper, and they have essentially created an algorithm. So very simple way to introduce that to students. The second activity in this is even better. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to let you discover it for yourself, but it really, really underscores how important and elemental algorithms are to AI. All right, so then we go to what is artificial intelligence? I'm going to show you the Google Slides for this one. The video is really cute, so I'm going to just take a moment here. What is AI? Do you know what it is? Can you share some examples of AI in our everyday lives? So again, we really start every cyber civics lesson with a question, a discussion, something to get the students engaged. I'm going to play you just a few moments of the video.
Have you ever wondered just how a self-driving car can, well, drive itself? Or how Alexa and Siri know how to answer the questions you asked? Or how ChatGPT can write you a whole story with only a simple prompt? All of these are examples of AI, aka artificial intelligence at work. The basic definition of AI is a machine's ability to simulate intelligent behavior, to synthesize, learn, and problem solve. With AI, tools can perform.
So there you go. And then it continues. It's really a review here of everything they've learned in the lesson and go a little deeper. What is AI? It learns from us. It's learning, making predictions, doesn't actually think. It makes predictions based on the data it is trained on. So again, there's really fun activities. This one has a bunch of them, but a little preview here. Can you spot the chihuahuas in this picture? Usually humans are pretty good at facial recognition software. AI, not so much. It's still learning. It only got this right 72% of the time. So that's just a little preview of the activity in that lesson. And then finally, in this unit, really another lesson I love is using generative AI responsibly. This was developed with the help of one of our cyber civics teachers and someone who helps us here at cyber civics, Sony Albright. And this is a really good one because kids are starting to use ChatGPT. A lot of schools yet don't have any regulations or guidelines on how to use it. And it's important because it's just one of these tools that's going to become part of our everyday lives. So this lesson really teaches students how to use it responsibly in a way that I think both schools and teachers would agree can be used. So it shows them 3 different ways. After it teaches them what generative AI is, and in case you don't know, it's AI that generates new content. And in this case, we take a look at ChatGPT and give the kids 3 different ways they might use it for a school project. All right. So the next unit is your personal information. Now that they've learned about artificial intelligence and they've discovered that artificial intelligence trains on data, they discover where that data comes from, and it definitely comes from us on the internet. So that's what this unit is all about. Really fun lessons in here. Who's watching you? Privacy policies, understanding terms of use. These are really, I think, key lessons because throughout their lifetimes, kids are going to fill out so many privacy policies or sign up for so many social media apps and different websites online. They're going to glean over privacy policies and terms of use. And in these 2 lessons, they learn the terminology, they understand why they're so important, and they actually do a little fun project where they go through the privacy policy playing a hunt and seek game so they can find different important elements in it. And then terms of use is a pretty fun one too, where they have to rewrite terms of use in plain language that another teenager would understand. And they do it together. All of these lessons are really collaborative where the students work together on them. This one, algorithms are awesome, or are they? This is how algorithms learn about us and feed us information we like, which goes into the next lesson, help, I'm trapped in a filter bubble. This is when we get fed information that the internet thinks we want or like. So again, here's your questions and the slides. they learn what this is. I'm just going to play you a moment of this video.
Who knows you best? Your mom, your dad, your best friend, or this? Chances are there are some apps and sites that know us better than even our closest family members or friends. That's because our data is constantly being collected and used to target us with personalized.
So I think you get the picture there. So that unit is really key. One thing I'm going to point out here, in level 2, we start having quizzes. And this one is on AI research and personal information. There's a key in there so that you can find out how the kids did on their quiz. The next unit is copyright, public domain, and fair use. That sounds kind of boring, right? But you would be surprised. We quiz the kids every year when Cyber Civics ends, and copyright is always their favorite unit. So it comes at the end of unit of level 2. I hope you get to it, because I tell you, these are the most fun lessons. There's a lot of creative aspects to them. There's music, there's drawing, so kids become really engaged. So the first lesson is, what is copyright? Why does copyright matter? Sharing your creativity, public domain and fair use, living in a remix world. And then this is a brand new lesson at the end, the future of creativity and art. This is talking about a lot of the new art generators that are out there that really all of us are using. Teens really like them. But it's important to understand that they're training on the art of artists. So there's a lot of ethical considerations regarding its use. So this lesson is really a lesson in ethical thinking and creativity. And then finally, we have our collaborative final at the end, which is basically the students working together to answer some very difficult questions, things they've learned during the year. All right, so gosh, I hope you will enjoy level 2 as much as I've enjoyed teaching it. All these lessons are so important. And again, like all of Cyber Civics, we spend a lot of time updating things, making sure everything is current. This level changes a lot, so make sure you're using current resources when you teach it. We really don't suggest downloading all the lessons in the beginning of the year, because I will tell you, things will change in January, in February, and March, and we'll make those updates right away. So our stuff really does stay current. That's level 2. If you want to watch the level 3 video, that's next. Thank you so much. If you have any questions regarding the teaching of level 2 or cyber civics in general, please reach out to us anytime at support@cybercivics.com. Thank you.